Okay, good morning everyone. So we'll continue where we left yesterday. Yesterday, the last topic that we discussed was symbiosis. We discussed different types of symbiosis. So move to page number 4, point number 12, biomagnification. This is what we will discuss, or where we will start from. Biomagnification, page number 4. Okay, look here, biomagnification. So if you have to understand the definition of it, you have to break down this word. Bio means living being. Magnification means increase in the concentration of chemicals. So you combine both of the words. The definition would be prepared by this only. So what is biomagnification? Increase in concentration of chemicals. In whom? In living beings. This is what biomagnification is. So you break down the word and you can learn the definition from here. That if concentration of chemicals increases in the body of living beings, that is biomagnification. Now, why it happens? Okay, take example of this food chain. Yesterday we discussed the food chain of water body. So in water body, what is present? Phytoplanktons. Most common phytoplankton is algae. Algae consumed by zooplankton. Zooplankton consumed by small fish, and so on. This is the food chain that you learned yesterday, that this is what happens in the water body. Okay, now consider that there is an industry nearby this water body. And that industry is dumping its waste in this water body. Waste is being dumped in this water body. The industry is releasing its harmful chemical waste in this water body. And this water body is getting polluted. Okay. So if this water body is getting polluted, who is present in this water body? Algae is present in this water body. Algae will do photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, algae will need more water. So algae will consume this water. What will happen? The harmful chemicals will enter in the body of algae. Okay. Industry is dumping harmful chemicals in this water body. Algae will use this water. More water algae will use, harmful chemicals will enter into the body of algae. So that means the chemicals have entered the body of algae. Now who is consuming algae? Zooplanktons are eating algae. Yesterday we discussed 10% rule. So how much energy they will get? 10%. So that means they have to consume more and more algae to get more and more energy. So zooplanktons will consume more and more algae. What will happen? Concentration of chemical will increase in their body. Apply the same logic. Who consumes zooplankton? Small fishes. And if small fishes have to complete their 100% energy quota, they will consume more and more zooplanktons. So small fishes, they will consume more and more zooplanktons. What will happen? Chemical will enter into their body. More zooplanktons they eat, concentration of chemical will become even more. Apply the same logic throughout. So what you will observe, that when you were starting, when the food chain was starting, the concentration of chemical was very low. But as you are moving ahead in the food chain, the concentration of chemical is increasing at every step. This is biomagnification. Increase in the concentration of chemicals in the body of living being. Okay. So who is worst affected in this? Who is worst affected? The one who is in last. The one who is at the last of the food chain. Because chemical will keep on getting deposited in the body of this species. So when you started, the chemical concentration was very low. When you were moving ahead, chemical concentration kept on increasing and it became very dangerous when you reach the last point. Apply the same logic to humans. If you are a part of a food chain and you are consuming a food in which harmful chemicals are present, what will happen to you? The food, when it will reach to you, its concentration, chemical concentration will keep on increasing. Humans are at the last point of the food chain. So chemical will keep on depositing in your body. Now you are eating a food through which the chemicals are entering your body. So what will be the result? They will keep on accumulating in your body. They will keep on depositing in your body, in your muscles, in your tissues, in your bones. Harmful chemicals like lead, mercury, or selenium, their concentration can keep on increasing, and by the point they reach you, they will become very dangerous. Ideally, these chemicals should not be present in your body, but they are getting deposited in your body because you are eating a food in which these chemicals are present. So more food you will eat, more chemicals will enter into your body. And these chemicals, what they can do to your body, they are very dangerous. They can damage your respiratory system. They can damage your circulatory system. And in worst cases, they can become a reason for cancer. Why cancer cases are increasing among humans? Why there is a sudden spike in the cancer cases? Because of this. Harmful chemicals are entering your body, which should not be present in your body. But they are getting deposited in your body, and that is why you are observing so many health issues nowadays. Because of the food we consume, the chemicals are entering into your body. So biomagnification is a serious health problem nowadays. What is biomagnification? Break down this word. Increase in the concentration of chemicals. In whom? Living being. Who is worst affected? The one who is in the last, like humans or any other carnivore. Okay, read about it. You have received the presentations? PPT you have received? Okay. You will? Bions will do. Will do. Yes. Huh. So fat is present in the body of living beings, and these chemicals are soluble in fat. So if these chemicals are entering into your body, they will be getting easily dissolved because they are soluble in fat. See, some chemicals are soluble in water. Some chemicals are soluble in fat. They are fat soluble chemicals. So fat is present in the body of every living being. So once they enter the body, they can become part of your body. Okay? That is why they become even more dangerous. They would have been excreted. Yes. They are soluble in water, so your if they would have been soluble in water, so your body might have been released them. They would not have been accumulated in your body. Okay. It is the same with, yes, it is the same with plants also. Even the crops you grow in polluted water, you are consuming those crops, you are consuming those fruits and vegetables, and excess fertilizers have been used. Same thing can happen. It is not only the case with the person who is consuming a non-vegetarian diet. It can happen to a person who is consuming vegetarian diet also. Okay. The microplastics, no, that is a different thing. Microplastics, they don't come through your food chain. They can enter via different modes. Okay, they can enter via different modes. So yes, they if they accumulate, there will be some health concerns related to you, but as such, they will not enter via food. They will enter via other mechanisms. Okay. It does not happen with microplastics. Yeah. Okay. Are you done with the paragraph? Completed the reading? Okay. So there is a self-study question for you. You have to find the difference between biomagnification and bioaccumulation. What is the difference between them? Okay. Are you going through the self-study questions that we discussed yesterday? Okay. You had any difficulty in yesterday's self-study questions, or you were fine with that? Any doubt? So the next topic that we will take is eutrophication. What is eutrophication? If this is asked from you and you have to explain this in one or two lines, how will you give the definition? Eutrophication means increase in concentration of nutrients. Concentration of nutrients where? In a water body. So eutrophication is the problem associated with water body. Okay. So this is in a single line you can give the definition: increase in the concentration of nutrients in a water body. What nutrients? What nutrients we are talking about? Nutrients like this: iron, nitrogen, phosphorus, or magnesium. If their concentration increases in a water body, then you will say eutrophication is happening. But how their concentration increases? How their concentration increases in a water body? There are different ways by which it can happen. If you are dumping waste in a water body, whether the waste which is coming from your home or whether the waste which is coming from industries, you are dumping it in a water body, these nutrients can increase in a water body. Or through sewage wastewater. Sewage wastewater, if directly released in a water body, can lead to increase in the concentration of nutrients. Fertilizer runoff. Now, what is fertilizer runoff? You are using fertilizer in your cropland, and those fertilizers are washed away by the rainwater. You're using fertilizer in the cropland, and those fertilizers are washed away by the rainwater. Where they will go? They will go in a water body. What is present in fertilizer? Nitrogen, phosphorus. They will enter the water body. Or soap or detergent water, which is coming from your homes. So if in a water soap or detergent is mixed, and you are dumping that water in a water body, what is present in soap? Magnesium. Soap is made up of magnesium salts. So if soap or detergent water is released into a water body, what will happen? Magnesium will enter the water body. So there are different ways by which these nutrients can enter a water body. There are different ways. So in short, if you have to combine them, what is this? What you're looking at? What is this problem? If you have to combine them and use a single word, that all of these problems are related to what it is related to? Water pollution. So that means eutrophication is related to water pollution. Eutrophication is a outcome of water pollution. So this is how you can understand the definition. Eutrophication is increase in the concentration of nutrients. Where? In a water body. What nutrients? Iron, nitrogen, or magnesium. How their concentration increases? Different ways of water pollution. So we can say eutrophication is an outcome of water pollution. Write it down. Just copy this, then I'll explain the second step. Don't read your printout right now. Just copy this first. So that it is easy for you to understand. Water more nutrient rich. Up to a point it is good, but after a limit it is a very big problem. We'll understand how it is a problem. Have you copied this? Understood what is eutrophication? So this is for understanding the definition. But what is the problem? Why it becomes a problem? Eutrophication is related to water body. So let's see why it becomes a problem. Let's consider there is a water body. And in this water body, nutrients increases. What will happen then? Nutrients will be absorbed by algae, because algae is present in the water body. Algae needs nutrients. You are giving the nutrients. Algae will absorb the nutrients. Okay. So if algae is absorbing the nutrients, what will happen? Algae growth will increase. Algae's number will increase because algae is getting nutrient. After a point, if algae's growth keep on increasing, what will happen? Algae will grow that much that it will cover the water body. Whole water body would be covered by algae because its number is increasing. Algae covers the water body. This phenomena is known as, what you will call it? Algal bloom. Algal bloom has occurred. So what is the problem you see here? The problem is that it blocks the sunlight. Algae will block the sunlight. Sunlight will not be able to enter water body. Fishes and other species will not get sunlight. They need sunlight, but they will not get it because algae will cover the surface, will block the sunlight. So that is the first problem that you see, that sunlight has been blocked. After this, what will happen? Algae are short lived. Their life is not much. Their life is very small. So after some time, after some days, algae dies because their life is very small. Algae are short lived. Algae dies after some days. So when algae dies, dead algae will be decomposed because dead bodies are decomposed. Yesterday you studied about it. Decomposers, they decompose the dead bodies. So algae, dead algae will be decomposed by whom? By bacteria. Bacteria will decompose the dead algae. Okay. So what will happen then if bacteria is decomposing? During decomposition, bacteria will consume oxygen. From where? From the water. Now consider this as a continuous cycle. Start again. Water body. In water body, what is increasing? Nutrients. These nutrients are absorbed by algae. If algae absorbs the nutrient, what will happen? Algae's growth will increase. More and more algae. Its growth will increase that it will cover the water body. Completely cover the water body. You call this phenomena algal bloom. So what is the problem? Algae will block the sunlight. Sunlight will not be able to enter the water body. First problem. After that, algae are short-lived. They will die. So when algae dies, they are dead bodies, dead algae. Who will decompose it? And in this process, what bacteria will do? Bacteria will consume oxygen from the water body. If this is continuously happening, non-stop process, what will happen one day? One day, if bacteria keeps on consuming the oxygen, what will happen one day? Oxygen will end in the water body because bacteria will take all the oxygen. So two problems. Sunlight is blocked, oxygen is over. You need two components to survive. Any living being will need these two components to survive. So you're not getting sunlight in the water body. There is no oxygen in the water body. So as a result, what will happen? It will result into what it will cause? Dead water body. Dead water body means no life is possible. No fishes can live in this water. You will see only one species in this water body, only algae. Apart from algae, no fishes, no zooplankton, no species can survive because there is no sunlight, there is no oxygen. Water body has become dead. Okay, dead water body means eutrophication has happened here. So whenever you read current affairs related to water pollution, these things will come in your current affairs: eutrophication, algal bloom, dead zones. So keep this thing in background when you are reading something about water pollution. Are you clear on this? The whole process is clear to you? Make this flow chart so that when you revise, it would be little bit easy to understand. Once you are done with the flow chart, read point number 13 and 14. Okay. Eutrophication is increase in the concentration of nutrients. When water body becomes nutrient rich, you will say it has become eutrophic. Okay. The dead zones are result of eutrophication. They need sunlight to maintain their body because they being uh, what you can say, eurythermal species, they cannot regulate the temperature of their body. So you also need external heat to regulate the temperature. Same ways fishes also need. Okay. Point number 13 and 14 both. See, algae is a very small plant. It can easily absorb the nutrients and show the immediate growth, while bigger plants being having a complex structure or and a long life cycle will not show the immediate result that algae can show or other small plants can show. That is why you see immediate growth in the algae. There is growth in other plants also, but it is very slow. Rapid growth would be shown by this plant. No, see, you cannot say they will stop others because they will be taking more and more nutrients. So less nutrients are left for others. Point number 14, BOD. What is full form of BOD? Oxygen demand. Now look in this diagram. Who needs oxygen? Bacteria needs oxygen. That means demand is coming from bacteria. Bacteria wants oxygen. Why bacteria wants oxygen? Because bacteria has to decompose. Decompose whom? Dead algae. So why algae is increasing in the water body? Because of water pollution. So if you go in reverse, you will understand. More is the BOD, more is the pollution. That is how you measure water pollution. It is the unit of measuring water pollution. So just apply this logic. If BOD value is high, that means the pollution is high. So that news became a controversy right now in your Kumbh Mela that was going on. NGT said that BOD of the water where people are taking holy bath, the BOD has reached alarming level. That was the news. So what it means, BOD has reached alarming value. It means that the water is polluted. The pollution is very high in that. Okay. So we are clear on these two terms, point 13 and 14. Okay. So this completes our initial information related to environment. Yesterday we started this ecosystem topic and we are done with the basics related to environment, definitions, concepts, food chain, food web, amenzialism, eutrophication, biomagnification. So definitions we are done with. So yesterday I told you that this point number 3, page number 1, biome. It is the same topic which is related to your world climate. So we will do this because this is the topic that we skipped yesterday. There are 5 types of biomes and their subtypes are also written. So we will cover these subtypes one by one. Okay. Have you brought the map? Biomes of the world. Okay. So one by one we will cover all the biomes. Now look at point number 3. 5 types of biomes are given. First is forest. How many subtypes of forest is written? 3 types. So we'll study them one by one. First is tropical forest. So as I've told you yesterday also, when you are studying something related to geography, you should always make the maps. So first we will indicate where you will find this climate. Because if your geographical portion is clear, then you can understand so many things with help of it. Okay, so these are the regions where you will find rainforest or tropical forest. Okay, make this map. Quickly indicate these regions in your blank map that you have brought. And keep these maps with you so that it would be helpful in your revision. How? POD is present in river? I'm not getting your question. How BODs? Yeah. So no, they have segregated the water where people can take the bath. It has been separated. You have embankments where they have separated the water from the flow. Okay. If you look, if you have seen, there are barriers there where people are taking the bath so that people cannot go beyond a certain point. So it is a segregated water. It is possible, but at a small level. It is possible there also, but at a small level. Eutrophication can happen in oceans also, even when there are waves and tides. It can happen in ocean also. Okay. Chances are more in stable water, but it can happen in flowing water also. Okay. That depends. There are different types of algae. Some algae are stable; they will remain there. Okay, they will flow with the waves, and if the waves is flowing, obviously the nutrients will also shift. Algae will also shift. Okay, have you copied this? So these are the regions where you will find rainforest. In India, it is also present, Western Ghats. India's neighbors, Southeast Asian countries, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia has this type of forest. Or if you have to understand this in a single point, it is present near the equator, nearby equator region. Done? Okay, so let's see some of the characteristics of this forest. What is so unique about this forest? So what I told you, you will find this forest near equator. And what are the climatic conditions near equator? You will have rainfall. The black bar graph that you see is rainfall. All over the year rainfall happens. Not a single month without rainfall. So this is the characteristic of this type of climate. Not a month without a rainfall. This is what happens near equator. The temperature is high. The yellow line that you see, it is showing warm temperature. And the black bar graphs that you see is showing rainfall. So rainfall is happening throughout the year. And that is why you find dense forest here. If you look from above, if you look at this forest from above, it will appear like a green carpet. That someone has put a green carpet here. No breaks. If there is a river, then only you will see the ground. If there is a hill, then only you will see the ground. Otherwise, it's a continuous forest, dense forest. Right now, you have mapped forest of Amazon. What you call them? You call them selvas. Amazon rainforest, a big forest area and one of the dense forest region. It is believed that in some portion of this forest, sunlight cannot reach the ground because trees are that dense, forest is very dense, sunlight cannot penetrate it. When you are looking at a tree, this green portion of tree is called canopy. What do you call this green portion? Canopy. So dense forest has thick canopy. You're looking at thick canopy. Trees are adjacent to each other. It appears they are joined. Yeah. So trees have thick canopy in the forest. Okay. Let's see some other characteristics. I'll dictate this to you. Just observe some other characteristics. What you will see in this forest? It's a dense forest. And when you see near the ground, first of all, there are tall trees, dense forest. But when you see near the ground, you will find epiphytes. These are epiphytes. Small plants that you see here are epiphytes. What is epiphyte? Epiphyte is a small plant which takes support of big plant. So it is taking support of big plant to grow. Yesterday you studied about orchids. Orchids were taking help of bigger plants. So those plants which take help of bigger plants to grow, they are called epiphytes. So epiphytes are very common in this type of forest. You will see so many epiphytes. What is the problem with this type of forest? What threat they are facing? Plantation. Plantation is a form of commercial agriculture where your objective is to earn profit. That is why plantations are done. You can take out more and more product and earn more and more profit. So plantation is a type of commercial agriculture. When you grow tea, when you grow coffee, what you say? Tea plantation. You will not say tea cultivation. You say tea plantation, coffee plantation, sugarcane plantations, eucalyptus plantations. Why? So because you are growing only one crop, you're taking that crop, selling it to industry, so that your objective is to take more and more profit. Plantations, this is an ideal place for plantations because water is available throughout the year, more sunlight. So ideal place to have plantations. So here you see two plantations. Rubber is getting collected from the trees. Cocoa, the fruit that you see, this is cocoa. Chocolates are made from cocoa. Now these trees are grown in hot and humid climate. So what is the problem that this forest is facing? This natural forest has been destroyed. You cut down the natural forest, clear the area, cut down these trees, clear the area, and do plantations. So if you look at the image, you will not find any problem. What is the problem? Here you are cutting trees. You are again growing the trees. Forest is still there. What is the problem? You're cutting down trees, but you are growing trees only. So what is the problem? See, it is a very big threat. You are cutting the natural forest. You are destroying the natural forest in which so many species were present. So you are destroying so many different species, but you are growing only one species. And that is why it is very dangerous practice for environment. You are destroying the natural forest, you are growing man-made forest. It's an artificial forest. It cannot replace, it can never replace a natural forest. So plantations are a very big threat for the existence of this type of forest. Wherever you have mapped the forest, you see this problem. It is the problem in India. It is problem in Southeast Asian countries. It is a very big problem in African countries that natural forests are getting destroyed and we are growing artificial forests like this. Are you clear on this? Okay, write down the first topic. Biomes. In your notebook, write down biomes. Write down types of biomes. Types of biomes. First, forest. First biome is forest. And write a bullet point. Tropical forest. Tropical forest. Okay. Now write a description about it. Tropical forest. It is found in the regions, it is found in the regions close to the equator. Close to the equator. Full stop. Next bullet point. It is characterized by hot and humid climate. It is characterized by hot and humid climate. Okay. Next. There is not a single month. There is not a single month without a there is not a single month without rainfall. Okay. Next point. Dense forest of Amazon, dense forest of Amazon are called dense forest of Amazon are called selvas. Next. Epiphytes are very common. Epiphytes are very common, comma. These are the plants which takes these are the plants which takes support of large plants. These are the plants which take support of large plants to grow. Next point. The climate in these forests, is ideal for plantation, in bracket write down commercial agriculture, bracket close. Next point. In plantations, natural forest is destroyed. Natural forest is destroyed and artificial forest with single species is grown. Full stop. Okay. Done with the first biome? Okay. Now look at point number 3 again. What is the name of that second type of forest? Temperate forest. So if I have to indicate temperate forest here, where you will find them? See, temperate forest covers very small area. They are not as large as the previous one. They cover very small area. Okay, these are some of the regions where you may find temperate forest. So one thing you can take out from this diagram, one point you can take out, that this is temperate region, away from equator, far away from equator. So that means cold climate. If you are far away from equator, you will find relatively cold climate. One more thing you can take out from this diagram, that these forests are present in coastal areas. You see, they are present majorly in coastal areas. There is one exception. The forests that you see in northeast India, it is not in it is not in coast, but yes, northeast India's forest is also considered a temperate forest. So it's an exception, only exception that you see. Otherwise, temperate forests are present near the coast. Okay, indicate this in your map. Indicated. Okay, so let's see the characteristics of this forest. Temperate forest. First of all, you should understand the different types of trees that you found in a forest. Broadleaf tree, whose leaf size is little bit bigger. Okay. And then you have a tree like this. Cone shaped tree, so you call this. You'll say it is a coniferous tree. It is shaped like a cone. So distinguish, what difference you can have, that broadleaf trees are found in and they are found in cold climate. Why they are found in cold climate? There is a reason. So that they can easily drop off snow. Their shape is like that, they can easily remove the snow. Otherwise, snow will break this tree. This tree will not be able to survive. Example, pine tree. Okay. And coniferous trees, they don't have big leaves. Their leaves are very small. Needle shape, leaf, they have. Just make this diagram first in your notebook. Okay. Have you made this diagram? Okay. Write down. Temperate forests. Temperate forests are found temperate forests are found to the north of Tropic of Cancer and to the south of and to the south of Tropic of Capricorn. North of Tropic of Cancer and south of Tropic of Capricorn. Full stop. They are majorly present in the coastal regions. They are majorly present in the coastal regions of the world. Next point. They are a mixture. They are a mixture of broadleaf. They are a mixture of broadleaf and coniferous trees. They are a mixture of broadleaf and coniferous trees. Next point. Coniferous trees are cone shaped. Coniferous trees are cone shaped, which helps them to shed the snow, and survive in, cold conditions. Next point. Coniferous trees have needle shaped leaves. Needle shaped leaves. Example, pine tree. Example, pine, P-I-N-E, pine tree. Next point. In India's northeastern region, this forest is found. This forest is found. Full stop. Okay. Now look at point number third again. Two types of forest you discussed. What is the third type of forest? Taiga. Third type of forest that you see around the world. Taiga. So first we'll do the same thing. We will indicate this in the map where you will find taiga. Okay, so this is the region where you will taiga forest. Taiga forest is not present in southern hemisphere. You will not find this forest in southern hemisphere. It is only present in northern hemisphere. Have you copied this? Why it is not found in southern hemisphere? What can be the reason? Hmm? There is no land present in southern hemisphere at this point. See, the logic is very simple. You are near to the pole. You are near to the pole, so there is land. But when you are near to the pole here, do you find any land here? No. So if there is no land, forest will not grow in water. It can only be grown on land. So if there is no land present here, forest of taiga will not exist. So you have land here. That is why it is found only in northern hemisphere, not in southern hemisphere. Have you copied this? Okay. Okay. So let's see the characteristics of this forest. First of all, you should understand the meaning of taiga. Taiga, it means boreal forest. Now, what is boreal forest? Boreal is a Russian word. Boreal means place where you will have wet soil. The water content is very high in wet soil. That you walk on that wet soil, you will have difficulty in walking. Okay, your foot would be stuck in the soil. So such places are called boreal. It's a Russian word. So taiga is a place where you will find wet soil. That is what it means. Now apply your logic. Which type of tree you will find here? You will find only coniferous, because you are near to the pole. And just now you have written that coniferous trees are found in cold climate. So this is cold climate. Only coniferous trees will exist here. This is a forest of coniferous trees. Okay, write down. Taiga means boreal forest. Taiga means boreal forest, which is the place having wet soil. Which is the place having wet soil. Next point. It is present only in northern hemisphere. It is present only in northern hemisphere and absent in southern hemisphere. Because absent in southern hemisphere because of the non availability of the land, because of the non availability of the land. Next point. Due to extreme cold climate, due to extreme cold climate, only coniferous trees, only coniferous trees are found here. Okay, look here. Taiga forest. Cone-shaped tree. You call such trees coniferous. So only coniferous trees you will find. And what type of leaves they have? They have needle-shaped leaves. So this is the forest of coniferous trees. So as you have seen in the map, it is very much near to the poles, cold climate. So here, soil is covered with snow. In some places, what you will find that soil is permanently covered with snow. Because it is near to the pole, heavy snowfall occurs here. So what is the feature of this soil? You call this? What is this? This is permafrost. Perma, permanent. Frost, frozen. So the soil is frozen. In some places you will find this, that the soil is completely frozen because it is covered with snow. So permafrost is a very unique feature of this forest. Write down. In some places in taiga, forest soil is permanently covered. Forest soil is permanently covered with snow. Forest soil is permanently covered with snow and is called permafrost. And is called permafrost. Okay. So you're looking at two areas of forest, two different types of forest. In this forest, there are different species present. There are the presence of different species. So you'll say different species are present here, mix of species. But if you look at this forest, you find that same species present. So you're looking at two different types of forest, where first where different types of species present, and second where same species present. Now if you want to obtain raw material from this forest, let's say you are having a paper industry, furniture making industry, box making industry, you want wood from the forest. You are having an industry and you need species number 1 as raw material for your industry, from where it is easy for you to get the raw material, where same species are present. So in commercial perspective, this is ideal place for you, not for conservation, for commercial purposes. from where you can get the raw material. So in commercial term, you will say this is what? Pure stand. Ideal place to take raw material. While this is not ideal place. You want species number 1, take this out, search for species number 1 somewhere else, take that out. Your labor cost will increase. So this is not ideal place for your industry to operate. So you will say this is impure stand. Again, these terms are for commercial perspective, not related to conservation. These terms are used by forest-based industries, paper and pulp industry, furniture industry, bead making industry, leaf plates making industry. They need raw material from the forest. So what is the ideal place for them? Pure stands. They will prefer pure stands so that they can get easy raw material. Okay. So you saw the taiga forest. Taiga forest. What do you see? Which type of stand is this? This is pure stand. Same species. This is pure stand. So it means this is an ideal place for what? Forest-based industries. This is ideal place for forest-based industries like fuel wood, box manufacturing, furniture manufacturing, paper industries. So you will find so many industries around this forest. The places where you have done the mapping, in these regions, you will find so many forest-based industries. It's a major livelihood because this is an ideal place to take out raw material. Okay, so I'll put that again. Pure stand and impure stand, because these terms would be used again and again. So where you will find mix of a species, you will say it is impure stand. Just copy this diagram. Okay, copy this. Okay, copied. So write down. In taiga forest, pure stands, pure stands are found. Pure stands are found, which is an ideal place, to obtain, raw material, for forest-based industry, like paper and pulp, and furniture. Next point. In winter season, Heavy snowfall occurs. Heavy snowfall occurs and rivers freeze. Rivers freeze. Full stop. Next लिखें. Pine, P-I-N-E, pine, comma, fir, F-I-R, fir, and spruce, S-P-R-U-C-E, pine, fir, and spruce are the major tree species. Are the major tree species. Are the major tree species of this forest. Next point. These trees provide soft wood which can easily float. These trees provide soft wood which can easily float in the water. Okay. So the last point that you have written, that you get soft wood from this tree. Soft wood does not mean that you can cut it very easily. It is also very difficult to cut. Soft wood and hardwood, there are two types of wood. Hardwood you get from broadleaf trees. Softwood you get from coniferous trees. Hardwood you get from broadleaf trees, softwood you get from coniferous trees. So coniferous trees, they give you softwood. The only difference is that softwood can float in water. Hardwood will sink. That is the only difference. So if you are cutting down softwood, you can transport it through rivers. So transportation of softwood is done through rivers. Cut down the tree, convert it into logs, put it in water. River will take this. No transportation cost. So you are cutting down the forest, converting it into logs, putting it into rivers. River will take that, logs along with it. Industry will collect it downstream. 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers away, industry will collect it. So zero transportation cost you are occurring. So that is why the transportation is very easy. And one of the reason why you see so many industries here, because it is easy to transport wood. This wood can easily float in water. Are you clear on the difference between softwood and hardwood? Softwood can float in water. Hardwood will sink in water. You cannot transport it through water. Okay. So 3 types of forest you did. Now the next biome, point number 3. What is that? Grassland. How many types of grassland shown? 2 types of grasslands. Tropical and temperate. Savanna means tropical grasslands. So write down the first topic. Write down the next topic, grasslands. Grasslands. Forest we did, write down grasslands. And in grasslands, write down first bullet point, tropical grasslands. Tropical grasslands or savanna. Tropical grasslands or savanna. So we'll do the mapping first. Okay, these are some of the tropical grasslands of the world, major tropical grasslands of the world. Indicate them in your map. Okay, indicated them. Wet and dry, that one season rainfall occurs, other season is dry. Rainfall occurs in one particular time only. Yeah. Hmm. Done now? Okay. So let's see the characteristics of this forest then. Okay, look here. What is so unique about this type of climate? You will find wet and dry climate here. How? Look at the climate graph. These blue bar lines are showing the rainfall. So that means rainfall is happening in the month of May, June, July, August. In the summer season, rainfall is happening. Rainfall is not happening in winter. So that means there is a fixed season for rainfall to occur. Wet climate. Rainfall is not occurring in winter, dry climate. So what you say? What type of climate is this? Wet and dry climate. Sometimes rainfall occurs, sometimes it does not occur. Okay. Write down first point. Rainfall occurs during summer months. Rainfall occurs during summer months only. During summer months only. And the region is characterized. The region is characterized by wet and dry climate. The region is characterized by wet and dry climate. What else is the unique feature of this place? You will find both. You will find both in this place. Trees as well as grasses. More area is covered by grasses, but trees are also present here. Write down next. The region has the presence. The region has the presence of both trees and grasses. The region has the presence of both trees and grasses. Look here now. You will find a unique shape of trees here. The trees are umbrella shaped. Why they are umbrella shaped? So what climate you see here, sometimes rainfall occur, sometimes rainfall don't occur. So there is problem of water scarcity is here, water shortage is here. So tree has to control water loss. Otherwise this tree will not be able to survive. It has to control water loss. So how it can control water loss? Because of its unique shape, it will not allow sunlight to reach directly to its branches. It will obstruct the sunlight. So sunlight will not reach the lower branches and less evaporation will occur. Less evaporation, less water loss. So tree can conserve the water for a long time. That is how these trees survive, because there is clear shortage of water you can see. Sometimes water is available, sometimes it is not. So that is their strategy to survive, having an umbrella shape. Right now? Now it can occur through branches also. The water loss can occur through branches, even through roots. The soil moisture loss can occur. Yeah. Most of it is through leaves. That is true. But it can occur through your stems also, branches also. Yeah. Write down. Trees have umbrella shape, which obstructs the sunlight, to reach lower branches. And by this way, trees can control, water loss. Trees can control water loss and evaporation. What else you will see in this grassland? The grasses, they can reach up to a great height. When rainfall is there, when water is available, these grasses can reach up to a great height. What is the name of this grass? Elephant grass. It is known for its length, that it grows up to a height of 15 to 20 feet in monsoon season. Right now? Elephant grass can extend up to 15 to 20 feet during monsoon season. See, this region is known for animal diversity. You will find many species here. So most of the time you switch on Discovery, Animal Planet on your TV channel, the documentaries that you see, wildlife documentaries, most of the time these documentaries are from this region, because there are so many animals, easy to capture. Your camera can capture an animal from a distance. This is an open area. So ideal place to make wildlife documentaries. Okay, right now. The region is known for presence of varied diversity of animals, and is an ideal location for wildlife documentaries. Look here. Let's see some of the tribes that you associate with savanna grasslands. Maasai of Kenya, Hausa of Nigeria. These are the tribes that you find in tropical grasslands. Maasai are hunters. Their life is dependent on forest. Majorly hunt and even livestock rearing they do. But Hausa, they are settled and they practice agriculture. Their main livelihood is agriculture. Write down. Maasai tribe of Kenya, Maasai tribe of Kenya are primitive hunters, are primitive hunters. They also practice livestock. They also practice livestock rearing. While Hausa of Nigeria, while Hausa of Nigeria are settled, are settled cultivators, settled cultivators. Hausa of Nigeria are settled cultivators. So this completes your tropical grassland, savanna grasslands. Done with this? We'll resume after break then. Seats. We'll resume now. Yes. There is no advantage. The ease of taking out raw material. For commercial perspective, it is an advantage you can say. The soil, then yes, it will get exhausted after a limit. So that is why your modern day practices, fertilizers, monitoring temperature, so that the growth is optimum. It would be exhausted after a time. So the next grassland is savanna grasslands we have indicated. Next is temperate grasslands. Write down. Temperate grasslands. First we'll temperate grassland. Temperate grasslands, where you will find them. Let's see. Okay. Indicate them in your map. Temperate grasslands of the world. Done? Indicated them? Okay. Write in your notes, temperate grasslands. Okay, write down. They are found, they are found south of the Tropic of Capricorn. They are found south of the Tropic of Capricorn and north to the north to the Tropic of Cancer. See, this is a temperate grassland. You will not find trees here. No trees. As far as you can see, only grasses are present here. In the previous grasslands, both were present. Trees and grasses were present in tropical grasslands. But here only grasses are present, no trees. Right now? It is characterized by absence of trees. It is characterized by absence of trees. Only grasses are found here. Only grasses are found here. So why it is so? Why only grasses are found? Look at this diagram, this map. When winds move like this, so what these winds will do, winds will cause rainfall near the coast. When they will enter the continents, wind will cause rainfall near the coast. So when these winds reaches prairies, winds will become dry. Because wind has already caused the rain, no moisture is left or very less moisture is left. So that means when wind reaches prairies or steppes, winds are dry, they will not cause rainfall. So that means there is shortage of water. And this shortage of water will not allow tree to grow. Trees need lots of water. Okay. Write down. The grasslands of prairies and steppes, the grasslands of prairies and steppes are situated in the interior, of the continent and by the time wind reaches the grassland, it becomes dry. By the time wind reaches the grassland, it becomes dry. So that is why less rainfall occurs in the region. Less rainfall occurs in the region. And this scarcity of water limits the growth of trees. Limits the growth of trees. Full stop. So one thing you understood, why trees are not found here? Because less rainfall occurs here. Low rainfall occurs. Second reason, see these two again. Prairies and steppes are situated in the interior of the continent. So if they are situated in the interior of the continent, during summer season, they are surrounded by land. So if they are surrounded by land, temperature increases. Land gets warm earlier. So during summer season, the temperature increases in both the places. They are surrounded by land. So if temperature increases in both the places, what happens? Grasses catch fire. So grassland fire is very common in these two places, especially during summer season when the temperature is very high. So grassland fire starts and the grasses are destroyed. So grasses are getting destroyed. There is no chance of evolution. They are not able to evolve into trees because they are getting destroyed into early stage. So if there is no evolution, no trees can exist here. So there are two reasons why you will not find trees. First, shortage of water. Second, frequent fires. Frequent fires destroy the grasses. It will not allow the grass to evolve into trees. So there are two reasons why you will not have trees. Shortage of water and frequent fires. Write down the next point. In summer season, temperature increases. Temperature increases in prairies and steppes. Temperature increases in prairies and steppes because these regions are surrounded by land. Comma, due to frequent fires, grasses are destroyed at early stage. Grasses are destroyed at early stage and are not able to evolve into trees. Next point. Hence, shortage of water and frequent fires. Shortage of water and frequent fires are the reason that why trees are not found. In this region. Full stop. So this was asked previously in your prelims, why no trees are found in temperate grasslands. So now you know the answer. One of the option in that MCQ is frequent fires and water scarcity. So that is the correct answer. Why you don't have trees here. So that you understand about them. But the one which are present in southern hemisphere, they are situated at coast. So why no trees are found here? They are situated in interior. So the temperature increases here. But they are situated on the coast, near to the coast. So why trees are not present here? Okay. The offshore wind is one reason, and you have mountains. They are situated near to the mountains. So what happens if they are situated near to the mountains? The southern one I am talking about. They are situated near to the mountains or on the opposite side of the mountain. So what happens? Yeah, leeward side. If wind is moving towards the hill and wind has to cross the hill, what wind will do here? It will cause rainfall, and here the wind will become dry. So if wind has to cross the mountain, it will cause less rainfall on the opposite side. So less rainfall, water scarcity, no trees. Okay. So that is what you can conclude, that you will find only grasses here. You will not find trees. Write down the next point. Grasslands in southern hemisphere. Grasslands in southern hemisphere grasslands in the southern hemisphere are on the leeward side, are on the leeward side of the mountains, leeward side of the mountains, where less rainfall occurs. Which limits growth of the trees, which limit growth of the trees. Now look here. Here, crop cultivation is very extensive. Why? Because this is a grassland. Look at this region, grassland, completely flat, plain region. Fertile soil is there. Okay. And if irrigation facilities are available, then this is an ideal location to grow crops. So here you can see the image that you see here is of Pampas. Pampas of Argentina. What crop is being grown here? Wheat. Because wheat is a crop of temperate climate. When wheat is grown in India, it is grown in winter season. What is, if you see the requirement of wheat, not high amount of water is needed. 75 centimeter, less than 75 centimeter of water, rainfall, very less amount, and 15 degrees Celsius temperature. That is the requirement of wheat to grow. So in India, wheat is grown in winter season. It is a rabi crop. Ideally, wheat is not crop of India. Wheat is crop of these regions. We are growing wheat because such climatic conditions are available in our country. So when you look at these places, this is ideal place to grow wheat. First of all, climate is suitable, flat land, large amount of land is available. So farmers here have large amount of land. So that is why the grasslands, these grasslands are called What you call them? Granaries of world, because of the ideal conditions for cultivation. Right now, these grasslands are called granaries of world, granaries of world, because extensive cultivation, because of extensive cultivation and production, extensive cultivation and production of crops like wheat, like wheat. Okay. So come to point number 3 again in your printout. Second biome you are done with. Forests we discussed, grasslands of the world we discussed. Two types of biome or two types of world climate we discussed. Third, aquatic we discussed yesterday. Marine biome we discussed yesterday. Freshwater, saline water. So we'll not go into that. Fourth is desert. How many types of deserts are shown here? Or three types of deserts. Desert. Okay. So if you are asked what is desert, what is definition of desert, what you will say? What is a desert? Precipitation is less than evaporation. Yes. Desert is a region where rate of evaporation is more than precipitation. Write down. The next topic, desert. Desert. Desert is a region. Desert is a region where rate of precipitation, rate of precipitation is less than rate of evaporation. Deserts can be warm desert or cold desert. Deserts can be warm desert or cold desert. Full stop. Coastal deserts are also a category of the desert. So I'm indicating some of the major deserts of the world. Indicate them in your map also. Yeah, copy them. Both of the deserts you can indicate in the same map. And cold deserts. Australian deserts also there. Yeah, Great Australian Desert. Rubal Khali is in Iran. Sorry, Rubal Khali is in Saudi Arab. Dushte Kavir is in Iran. Rubal Khali is a desert. Name of the desert. Have you copied this? I'm not getting you. What is? Sorry, what are you saying? Ladakh. Ladakh is a cold desert. It's a misnomer. It's a misnomer. It's not exactly a desert which you see in other places. It's exactly not a desert. It's a misnomer because we say because of extreme cold conditions, we say it is a cold desert. But actually, you will not categorize Ladakh in this. Okay, that's why I'm saying it's a misnomer to say. Actually, it's not a desert. Leh Ladakh, I don't think so. No. Okay, have you copied the? So both deserts you have indicated. There are two coastal deserts as well, Atacama and Namib. They are on the coast. Okay. Patagonia is also coastal desert. So both of warm or cold deserts, what is the common feature about them? The common feature is lack of vegetation. You will not find much vegetation here, much trees. Extreme climatic conditions. Not an ideal place for habitation. Not an ideal place for human habitation. Right now, in your notes, right now, deserts are characterized by deserts are characterized by lack of vegetation, lack of vegetation, comma, scarcity of water, and extreme climatic conditions. Extreme climatic conditions. Full stop. Next. They are not an ideal place for human habitations Full stop. Thar Desert of India, Thar Desert of India is considered most human friendly, most human friendly desert of the world, most human friendly desert of the world, because it has highest population density, because it has highest population density among all the deserts, among all the deserts. See this. What type of plants you will see in a desert? Xerophytes, cactus. Cactus is a xerophyte. What is a xerophyte? Xerophyte is that plant which can grow in scarcity of water, which can tolerate water scarcity. So xerophytes are characteristic of desert. You will find many xerophytes here because they can tolerate water scarcity. Right now, xerophytes are the characteristics. Xerophytes are the characteristic vegetation, are the characteristic vegetation of the desert. Full stop. They are the plants. They are the plants which can grow in water scarce, which can grow in water scarce regions. Water scarce region. Example, cactus. Example, cactus. Full stop. Change the para. Change the line. Most of the xerophytes, most of the xerophytes have, most of the xerophytes have spines, 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 instead of leaves. Most of the xerophytes have spines instead of leaves, so that they can control, evaporation. Full stop. So what you have written, if you look at cactus, you will not find leaves. Cactus has spines, because if leaves are present, more area, more evaporation. Instead of leaves, spines. Less area, less evaporation. Otherwise, how it will control the water loss? There is already shortage of water. Change the line. Write down. Xerophytes also have a very long root system. Xerophytes also have a very long root system, so that their roots, can easily, reach the groundwater. So that their roots can easily reach the groundwater. So what you have written? You have written plants like cactus have long roots. They have got a very long root system. Why they have long root system? Because you're talking about desert, and in desert groundwater level is very low. So they have long roots. It helps them to reach the groundwater. Okay. Write down next point. In some of the desert plants, in some of the desert plants, thick, fleshy, thick, fleshy parts, thick, fleshy parts having thick, fleshy parts having a wax-like substance, having a wax-like substance is present, which helps them to conserve water, which helps them to conserve water. Example, aloe vera. Example, aloe vera. Okay, you have written about aloe vera. If you have cut the leaf of aloe vera, what you will find? A gel-like substance, wax-like substance. What is that gel-like substance inside aloe vera leaf? It is water that aloe vera has stored in its tissues. So it is its water storage mechanism. So this is another characteristic that you will find in desert plants. They can store water and a wax-like substance inside their body parts. So the points that you have written has been previously asked by UPSC. They have asked, in desert plants, what adaptations you observe? Option 1, spines instead of leaves. Option 2, long root system. Option 3, thick fleshy leaves. What your answer would be now? All three. You will find all three of them in desert plants. This is how they survive. This is their adaptation. Okay. So you're talking about deserts, major deserts you have mapped. Let's see some of the communities of the desert. Arab, twins found in Arabian region. Tuaregs of Sahara. Mongols of Mongolia, Gobi Desert. So the community that you're looking at, different communities that you see in desert, what is their major occupation? Bedouin Arabs, Tuaregs, Mongols. They are herdsmen. What is herdsman? Herdsman means the one who practice livestock rearing. So their major livelihood is livestock rearing. What livestock rearing would be done? Which livestock you will find in desert? Camels. You can see different breeds of camels. So they are herdsmen of camels right now. Bedouin Arabs, Tuaregs, and Mongols. Bedouin Arabs, Tuaregs, and Mongols are the herdsmen, and they practice livestock rearing of camels. Full stop. Now look at this. This is oasis, a water body. And there is nothing far away from this place. And suddenly there is a water body. So it is actually a lifeline of desert where you are having water. Now from where this water has come? Is it a rainfall result of rainfall? No, because rainfall is already very low in desert. Oases are not the result of rainfall. They are groundwater. This is the outcome of groundwater. How? If there is a depression in desert, hollow basin or depression, in the desert, what will happen? groundwater will move upwards. It is very easy for groundwater to move upwards, and groundwater will be collected here. This is how oases are formed, which is like a lifeline of the desert because you are getting water in the desert. Okay. Make this diagram. Write down. Oases are water bodies. Oases are water bodies and are considered lifeline of the desert. Full stop. They are formed in a depression. They are formed in a depression or hollow basin. They are formed in a depression or hollow basin in the desert where groundwater moves upwards. Moves upwards. Full stop. Next point. Discovery of oil in some of the deserts of the world. In some of the deserts of the world has transformed the region. Has transformed the region. Full stop. So this completes your fourth biome, deserts, coastal, hot and cold. Now look at point number 3 again. Last biome is remaining, tundra. How many types? 2 types, Arctic and alpine. So write down the next topic in your notebook, tundra. Tundra. 2 types, both we will indicate here itself. Copy them in your map. Yes, that is the red I have converted. That is the red one. Okay. So yeah, this is the red color, not the green one. It's the red color. Okay. Red one is Arctic tundra, and the blue one is alpine tundra. So both you can indicate in your map. Okay. Yeah, indicate them. Tian Shan is in China. Tian Shan is in China. Kunlun Shan is also in China. Altai is in Mongolia. Is in Mongolia, not in Russia. Yes, Altai is in Mongolia. On the border of Mongolia and Russia, you can say, but major portion of it lies in Mongolia. Done with the mapping? Okay. Now are you done with the mapping? Okay, write down. Okay, write down. Tundra region is characterized. Tundra region is characterized by extreme cold conditions, extreme cold conditions, and very low average annual, very low average annual temperature. Next, heavy snowfall occurs in this region. Heavy snowfall occurs in this region. Next, Arctic tundra. Arctic tundra is present near. Arctic tundra is present near North Pole and South Pole. While alpine tundra, while alpine tundra is found, while alpine tundra is found at the high elevations, at the high elevations of mountain ranges. Alpine tundra is found at high elevations at the mountain ranges. Full stop. Change the next line. In Arctic tundra, in Arctic tundra, large areas are covered, large areas are covered with glaciers. Example, Antarctica has glaciers which are, sorry, Antarctica has glacier which runs, RUNS, runs several kilometer long, which runs several kilometer long. Full stop. Look here. This is Arctic tundra. What you will observe here, as far as you can see, you will find snow cover, glaciers. This is snow covered region and heavy snowfall occurs. You will not find trees here. Absence of trees. Because trees cannot survive such cold conditions. No tree can survive such cold condition. And due to this extreme cold conditions, trees are absent from here. So trees are absent from Arctic tundra, but they are present in alpine tundra. Alpine tundra, less cold conditions are there. Because if you see mountains, you will also find trees there. Take example of India, Himalayas. Himalayas has alpine tundra climate, but trees are present there. Up to a limit, you will find trees. Right now, in Arctic tundra, trees are absent. In Arctic tundra, trees are absent due to extreme cold conditions. While in alpine tundra, in mountains, In alpine tundra, in mountains, trees are present. Trees are present. Now look here. Mosses. Yesterday we discussed about them. Small plant. So you can see this is a moss. Mosses. Mosses are growing here. These small plants. So trees are not found, but small plants are found. So you can see mosses growing. What else you will observe in this image? That mosses are growing in a group. They are present in a group. They are not in isolation. It is not a single plant. They are present in a group. So why they are present in a group? Why they are living in a group? Because when they are present in a group, they are close to each other. And if they are close to each other, they are protected from cold conditions. Their temperature maintains. If they are close to each other, their temperature balance is maintained. They are protected from the cold conditions. That is their strategy to survive, to remain close to each other. They don't survive in isolation. Write down. Small plants like mosses, small plants like mosses exist in groups, in tundra, in tundra region, because remaining in groups helps remaining in groups helps them to maintain their internal temperature, which protects them from cold conditions. Full stop. Next line. Arctic tundra is characterized by presence of minerals and crude oil. Now look here. Two species of Arctic tundra: penguins and polar bear. Penguins and polar bear, they live in snow-covered region. They live in area where you will find glaciers. So do remember their locations. Penguins are found only in Antarctica. Polar bears are found only in Arctic. Okay, right now. Polar bears and penguins are the major species found in Arctic tundra. Full stop. Polar bears are present in Arctic, while penguins are present in Antarctica. Okay, so this completes your biome topic. All the major biomes and their subtypes we discussed, along with the geographical locations. Any doubt in this topic? Okay, then we'll continue tomorrow.